Yo, yo, yo. Hello, everyone. Yo, yo, yo. It's Tuesday, and I'm back in the studio. Coffee's almost gone. Feeling pretty good. Wearing all white for some reason today, I guess. How's it going, Delansky? What's up, Cindy? Arnie? First time chatter, S4E. How's it going? Or 4-re, my bad. What's up, Hottie? Hey, Omega. I got my Stream Deck working again, which is nice. Yo, eeny meeny miny mo. What's up? Thank you so much for the sub. Much appreciated. I don't have a very specific game plan for today, but I'm going to do my best to just focus on what's feeling exciting in the moment to me. So I'm just going to start with maybe a little bit of piano improv, probably not too much because I'm currently in a project file here. I was starting to copy over some of those string recordings to the other project files. So I got a Pro L and other stuff going on in here, so a little bit of latency, but I'm just gonna jam here for a little bit and try to start with this track, see if I can make any progress by incorporating some of the strings. Actually, I was just jamming right before I went live on the stream, and I'm starting to come up with all these like VIP ideas of other older tracks of mine. There's a really old tune I wrote called Double Edged. That's oh my god, I think I produced it in 2010, like 15 years ago. But I like the chord progression in it, and I was thinking about maybe doing something with that just now. It's really simple. Alright, hold on. Let me just delete this Pro L real quick. I can play this a little bit better. We'll just get an Ableton limiter in here. It should be a little bit more manageable. Crazy to hear a song I regularly listen to played live. That's crazy. It's still so interesting to me that, I don't know. I was reading a little bit about just like some of the ideas behind entrepreneurialism. This might sound kind of random, but I was just like exploring it a little bit, and it's funny because I remember when I was like 14, 15, or just in my teens in general, and what I was doing wasn't really resonating with many people. I mean, this was like 15 years ago, so it was still pretty early on in my career, and I was just like experimenting and just making things because I enjoyed making things, and I had no concept of the fact that 15 years later people would still be listening to stuff that I was making at that point in my life. So I don't know, it's just trippy sometimes when you've had a career that's spanned a large period of time, and you get to look back and you think like, wow, you see all the little steps you were taking, a lot of the risks you were willing to kind of take on, and without knowing whether things will actually pan out and come to fruition. And I know that, it might seem like a small compliment to say something like that. Like, oh, I'm, still listening to that track, but in reality, it's like a very, it's a very big compliment in some ways. But anyways, so here we are. This is this dope house jazzy project thing. And I just added the strings in here. And I think I was doing something with the... Gonna try to work on the drums a bit here. The drums are a little bit whatever. But yeah. I think this will be a fun one. And then I've got like this little breakdown section here with a super simple melody. All the steps you take, all the tangents in your wake. It's almost like you guys all listen to my music or something. Okay. Okay, so let's pan this a tiny bit. Not a ton, not really extreme, but let's go like maybe 25 on each side. We'll leave this one center. Let's group these up, call them strings, and take them out of here. Separate but together. Each perspective in view. It's funny, man. After like being in the industry for a long time too, I gotta say I write some funny lyrics. Like, not a lot of people writing lyrics like that. I'm not saying that in a boastful way. It's just a little kind of funny in a way almost, because I found them really meaningful at the time, and I still do, but it's like you listen to most music out there, it's like you're not hearing these well, actually it's not necessarily true, maybe in like electronic music, but I guess you could stumble across some like philosophical topics here and there. I wonder what genre of music has like the most lyrical content that explores like existential, philosophical, like worldviews and ponderings, stuff like that. Like, could it be hip hop? I feel like it might be hip hop. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of multi-band. We're gonna get a Pro Q in here just in case there's some rumbling from the recordings in the low end. Let's get some Valhalla Vintage and then add another compressor after. Just to get a really basic something going here. Okay, cool. So this intro, I don't mind it. I think the drums kind of are not what I want them to sound like. So I'm kind of thinking about starting from scratch, or pretty close to scratch at least. I just think that could be really helpful. So let's actually use this one. Let's delete these two extra kit layers here. Haywyre was definitely talking about his cat when he wrote that. It was a premonition. Baby wasn't in my life yet, but I was manifesting was manifesting baby's presence into my life. And 3 years ago, that became the truth. Okay. We gotta do follow-up. Yo, Wherefore Rocks, thank you for the follow. All right. You know, I kind of changed my mind on this. I think I changed my mind on this snare. I'm kind of like, I'm trying to think about what I'd rather have in there than this sound. So. Not too crazy about this clap either, I'm not gonna lie. So let's just mute all of these for a moment here. I'm gonna grab this Oliver clap that I really like. It's funny, sometimes, I don't know if you guys have noticed this for producers out there, but like a lot of sample packs will have, they'll have one shots and loops, and there's a little overlap there usually, but like sometimes you'll find a sound in a loop that is really cool and you're like, oh, I wish that was isolated, and then you realize that that specific sample in the loop doesn't exist as a one shot in the one shot part of the library. And I always wondered why that happens so often, but this is like an Oliver clap that's like that. It's in a loop, and it's not in the one shot portion of the folder, so you kind of have to isolate it yourself. But it's a really nice, like tight clap with really nice width, really sharp and short. I don't know why, to me it just is really pleasing. It fits so well with a lot of the like 4 to the floor stuff that I like to do. Okay, let's see if we can make this synth a little more interesting. It's kind of boring. Also, I think there's a little too much stereo information. Love a pre-shifted clap, most definitely. Same here. All right. That sounds kind of nice. I was actually gonna try to throw Infiltrator on here, and I gotta turn the temperature down a little bit in here. It's pretty warm. So I think the front of my house faces east, right? So during the day, the direction I'm facing is just like being battered with sunlight. Yeah, so I really only have to turn up the AC whenever I'm in here. Anyways, let's scroll through some Infiltrator stuff here. That like resonant movement with the distortion is really nice. Yo, thank you for the follow, Mustafa Drums. Let's delete all those points. Let's actually do the shimmer after. We can maybe increase the reverb. Maybe we do some pitch automation. Except maybe we put this on, well, I think, wait, how do I do this so that I make sure I'm not pitching it out of tune? I guess I could link this to global transpose, maybe? Huh, okay, that didn't work as expected. Maybe I just automate it with the mod wheel. I kind of like that. That's really simple. Adds a little more flavor to it. Let's record that real quick. Whoops. Okay, let's keep moving it chronologically. So let's try to copy some of this, like, automation and stuff over. I think we want to go in here. We'll check out the envelopes and just copy over the pitch bend automation like this. We gotta switch the drums up here. We only did it here. So go like that. Let's check out. Yeah, we gotta do this as well. Okay, hold on. Just gotta take this a step at a time. Still trying to understand really how to flesh this out a bit more. Definitely hearing some like funky octave guitars. Only issue is I think I was having some issues with my line-in on my audio interface. I'm really due for a new audio interface. I'm not gonna lie. I've been using the same one for like I think like 11 years now. And it's been treating me well, but I think it's time for an upgrade. So I'm trying to think, how could I like, maybe there's some kind of loop I can like cut up. I'll just search guitar. I think maybe the Ellis pack would have some like octave. That's pretty close to what I'm imagining actually. So, I'm out of curiosity. This one's pretty cool too. It's mono versus. It's a lot less stereo in this one. So let's test this one out too. I'm just kind of curious. I think I like the stereo one a little bit more. So I'm gonna grab that, and then I want to throw in an infiltrator on these because there's a really sick kind of like wah filter in here somewhere. Okay. Just out of curiosity. It's really fun. Okay, well, regardless, even though that's fun, I don't really know how to incorporate that necessarily. And once again, the latency is like my arch enemy here. Let's add a little bit of echo to this this wah. I like that. It's kind of an interesting bass line. Let me see if that works in the intro, maybe. I don't know. It's on it when it's like so isolated. It sounds so cheesy to me. It sounds so much better when it's like layered in with other sounds. It's like that slap bass quality is like, can only get away with so much of it, I feel like. But I think there's some kind of bass line in there that could work. You know, if we go too crazy with it, it starts sounding very Seinfeld-y, so we got to try to avoid that. All right, let's see. I'm just gonna try that. I don't know, something like that. Okay, I'm gonna have to change my buffer rate pretty soon here, I think. I'm guessing, are you talking about the key of the song? If so, then you are definitely right. An F. Okay, let's try to keep the ball moving here and see how it feels when we continue this little thing. Okay. Obviously that's not working as it is right now. We're barely, yeah, it's very early on in the song, obviously, but you know what? Do we even need the melody at that point? Because like, we've been playing it for a while. You know, there's this entire section based on the melody here. Let's try to up the buffer rate a tiny bit here, but I kind of like the idea of maybe not doing the melody for that section. So let's go, yeah, 512 should be good. Let me restart my audio interface here. Okay. Latency is crazy. That's kind of fun, but like, I don't know if that's gonna make sense. I'm just kind of doodling around with this random bass patch here. I do kind of want to open it up a bit more. Something like that could be cool. I don't really know where this is going, but I just wish the latency was more manageable. Let me try to switch back, see if it helps to just go to the Ableton limiter for a brief moment here. That actually helps. Damn it, I really want this to be low latency, and it's like very much not at all. Okay, let's see. If I get rid of the Pro MB, that would help a lot. 20 milliseconds is a good chunk. Haywyre, I love how this sounds. Thank you so much. I don't really know where this is supposed to go, but it's a great, like, Benny Benassi synth. Okay. I'm just trying to like play around and get a feeling for what vibe to do here. I'm usually if I find something that's really fun to perform, then I can kind of build the song around that. But kind of like that. That's kind of a fun little riff. It's kind of like, I don't know for sure if it makes sense to do that much with one patch, but like that general riff is fun. I want to see if it fits in the intro. Kind of. It could work. Let me mute a couple of things here. I'll mute this low end stuff here. And we'll keep the chords a little more ambiguous. Let's try this one more time. To that, so let's maybe think about that as a potential structure. I don't know. It feels a little underwhelming right now, but that could be like more of an execution issue, I guess. Okay, let's just I'm gonna try to do something simple here to help me jam out like the rough structure of this direction. I don't really know how else to try to see if this is gonna work or not. But let's do this, and we'll just get rid of, I think, this entire section here. And I think we need at least like one other element if we're gonna see if this this idea could make sense. So let's just record this bass line real quick. Hold on. I think let's try that again. Hold on. Yeah, something like that. So how could we arrange these guitar things to maybe work? I think it's a little too much to do that original pattern, so something like this could still be nice. Kind of a weird. Let's just see if some piano chords can help fill in some of this empty space here. Yo, thank you for the follow. So this is definitely not a drop idea. Now that I'm kind of hearing it in context, so let's just push that somewhere further away. But thank you, Tough Ghost, for the follow, and Clover Clover of luck. Clover of luck. Clover of luck? Fluck is not a word, right? For some reason I read it as Clover O Fluck. I don't know why I read it that way. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to just like copy this back and just revert back to the original idea for the drop, because I'm not really feeling. It's fun to jam on that synth, but it just doesn't really make sense, I think, here. So let's go back here. I'm trying to find a bass line that's like a little more exciting than literally just holding a single note for this entire first measure. I don't know. This is not really doing it for me right now, but let's go back to the beginning here real quick. Wonder how the song would feel if I start with some of these little guitar octaves. I'm trying to understand where this here audio envelope amount. Okay. Oh. There we go. I kind of wanted it to start faster. What does this effect do? Model 20. Let's get rid of the violins here for a sec. I don't really like how they sound there. Let's try to simplify this just a tiny bit. Maybe turn down this disperser a little bit. It's kind of a lot. I'm starting to think about maybe getting rid of the syncopation for this section. I do feel like some new motif needs to be kind of like revealed there or something. I don't know. I will observe. Haywyre and Cohen Sound. We did tour together years back, but maybe it'll happen again. I'm not sure. Let's try to remove just a little bit more of what's happening here in this bass line. Not that it sounds bad, but I think it'll help me kind of riff a little bit more freely. Let me try to browse through a few random lead sounds and see if there's anything that kind of sparks an interest or maybe something that works a bit better than that lead that I made. Let's see, category. I don't know, I'm just gonna go through some stuff. Let's keep looking. That one's pretty loud. I'm just kind of like playing around a little bit with these different presets, and it's like one of my favorite things to do to get quick inspiration. Hold on, I think there's something. It's a different vibe. It's not as funky to do that, but let me try something out. Let me just load up we gotta do Yo, thank you for the follow, Juno's Descent. Mute the space for a second. I'm just trying to like yeah, I don't know why I keep explaining what I'm trying to do here, but sidechain this. I don't know, I'm hearing a lot of different flavors to like the rough outline of the chord progression. Can't quite decide. wonder if we could add a little bit of release to that. It's a very basic saw stack right now, but it's helping me just sketch what could happen here. Kind of a cool little rhythm. I think I need a little more control over the sound. Let me try to create a macro here that kind of like opens up the reverb and maybe this release as well. We'll map that to the mod wheel. There we go. What? Wait, is my mod wheel messed up now too? Damn. Alright, it really is time for me to get a new Nectar, I guess. That sucks. Let's see. I think this one's still working. No, that one is not working. Let's try this one. Yeah, okay. Damn it, what's going on here? Oh, okay, that one's crazy too. All of my parameters are like acting up now. Let's try a 6. Is that one still? That one seems to work, kinda. I'm just kind of doodling, I guess, at this point. I don't think that complex of a rhythm would work there, but I am kind of having fun with it, so maybe there's a way to incorporate it somewhere. Let's add a little bit of like a transient here. Or just a pitch drop maybe. So now we have another parameter I really want to be able to control manually, which is this cutoff and the resonance. How do we do this? I guess we just try to find another working parameter. Yo, thank you for the follow. Baylake XTD. What's going on? I see. I think I have some other stuff mapped to this at the moment. What is this? Oh, that's the grid. The grid craziness. definitely feel like there's something to that rhythm that I'm really enjoying. I've got an idea. I want to try to just solo 2 synths. Let's get I guess I'm trying to understand whether the bass line maybe is more independent from those synth plugs. Let's mute some of this other stuff down here. Let's sidechain this, and let's make sure that this synth is maybe being sidechained a bit less, so I can make sure to hear it really well when I'm playing it. I don't know. Not really sure what I'm looking for here. I think I'm still just exploring. it's kind of a cool riff, but could it work in the intro here? Maybe, let's get rid of that guitar for just a moment here. Okay, now I want to try another. I'm bouncing all over the place, but gotta just trust your gut. Let's see. I'm gonna try something out here. I'm gonna play this polysynth on the Nectar, and then I'm gonna try to play the bass synth on the Nord. Let's see. I'm gonna try to layer this with another preset real quick, just to give it a little more oomph. Yeah, whatever. Something like that is fine for a sec. Yeah. I don't know. There's all sorts of different directions this can go, but set that Weather Channel report sound. What's up, G the G? Thanks for joining the chat for the first time. I don't know, something like that maybe. Let's see if I can just copy some of this stuff over. I don't know. How am I gonna do this? I don't know. Let's just try something like that. Let's just record it. Kind of want to maybe record it without the bass first. Yo, thank you for the sub, Ession Gray. What's going on? Put a spectral time on respace for sure. I'm down to give that a shot. Appreciate the sub. Was pretty close what I was hearing that time around. Let's I think I oh well, I guess we could start it here. Okay, maybe we can gently EQ this. Or not so gently. Okay, let's make sure these are both legato, these preset. Okay, actually I haven't messed around with that spectral spectral blur. I'm not sure if that's what your spectral time. Hold on, let me try that as well. I don't know if I've oh, this is the one that delays the All right, I'll follow your instructions and see what happens here. Resolution. I actually don't. Resolution is mid, yeah. 100% wet. 100% mix. tell if the mix is at 100 as well. 10 milliseconds delay. Yeah. Between shift and mask. Oh, I see. And then, let's see, 10 milliseconds delay. I think that's right. And then tilt to 30, 40. 30 to 40. Let's put it right here. That's kind of fun. That's pretty cool. I really wanted to try, is it the spectral resonator? Yeah, this one's fun because you can take the MIDI from this exact instrument. Yo, White Cascade, thank you so much for the sub. Should probably quantize this real quick. Man, that is pretty loud. Redeem. Maybe I made it too loud. Thanks, Art Nerd. All right, how are we looking? Is this a little bit better? I feel like I still have yet to figure out how to sit in this chair. Wait, hold on. I feel like hold on. Let me try something out here. I think we raise this a little bit. There we go. This feels better. Control S, yeah. You know, one of the things that can be really frustrating when you're working on tracks is like, sometimes it feels like you're just, you know, sometimes it feels like you're completely wasting your time on an idea, but then again, there's no such thing, I feel like. At least not in the creative pursuits. Okay. Maybe we can add a little bit of multi-band compression here. And what the hell? It's 3 o'clock? I was gonna end the stream here. I had no idea it's already been 2 hours. Let's keep going. Because I'm kind of in the zone at the moment. What? Feels like we lost an hour. I thought for sure it had only been a little over an hour. I like this riff a little bit better, so let's replace that there. So, kind of want to throw maybe like a chorus on here or something. Whoops, I almost started messing up my posture again immediately. Am I tripping or like, I feel like my hype train thing is broken. I feel like it just randomly goes off for, it's been just randomly going off the last few weeks. Like nobody subbed, nobody did anything. Interesting. Let's get the comb filter out. Yo, Art Nerd, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Fuzadlan. Appreciate it. That is very kind of you. Which, by the way, a reminder to thank Art Nerd for being so helpful with the stream. She really did a lot of great work with some of my stream assets and stuff. My glorious BRB screen. Among other things. How would it sound to modulate the comb filter LFO speed with an envelope so it starts fast and then quickly slows down? That'd be interesting. Let's try that out. So let's switch it to hertz if we were going to do something like that. Let's grab an envelope and modulate it. Let's have the... It's kind of interesting. This is making me want to try something. Let me duplicate this synth. And maybe on this original one, I'll turn the mix down so we don't lose that. Yo, Ession, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Joey Esther. It's kind of you. Yo, gifted another sub, Ession. Thank you. To G_the G. We're gonna remove. By the way, just I just want to give a reminder that, like, even though I put the sub progress bar in the stream and such, I don't ever want anyone to feel pressured to to sub or gift subs or anything like that. So, but it's always appreciated. So thanks for gifting those. All right. Subscriber. Yo, Nutto, thank you so much for the sub. Much appreciated. I had this idea that, like, I want to try to restart this automation on the comb. So let's what if we did something kind of plucky like that? That's obviously not a very pleasing sound at the moment. Maybe we could go, like, have the transient kind of be a little bit cleaner, and then as the kind of something like that, and then go like this, and then maybe we can remove this automation and add a new one that's free. It's not a very nice sound actually right now. Kind of was picturing it sounding a lot better than this. I think I have some kind of like giant pluck cord thing that I made. Let's take a look. Or is it 2024 maybe? Strong chance this doesn't even load. Patches, chords, decent pluck chord. Damn it. Yeah, that's a bummer. Okay, whatever. Let's just forget about that. like I'm just writing almost a different song in a way, because this already is the main melody here, probably. Cool to have just like an ARP sitting on top like that. Let's try that out. I kind of like that. Glide is messing me up. Kind of a cool riff. Let's mute those chords for a moment, see what this sounds like. Hold on. God damn it. Hold on. That's kind of cool. Try a couple other riffs here. anyways, maybe I've got a little bit of not analysis paralysis, but like got too many ideas floating around. Hard to decide which route to take here. Okay, I don't know. Just exploring stuff still, I suppose. I don't really know what to make of. I feel like I just spent the last 2.5 hours just jamming on random synths, and I don't feel too much closer to the direction I want to take with the song, but at least I still had fun. Feels like the song needs to be 10 minutes long to fit all the ideas in. Yeah. This is like, yeah. Maybe, you know, I've been kind of, I think there was some time. I'm slowly gonna start shutting things down here. By the way, I'm gonna start finishing up here just because I do have some non-streaming things to get to today as well. But I was just gonna say that I do think that, like, if I try to reflect on, I was thinking about it this morning actually. I do think that even though I was really lucky that COVID didn't impact me the way it did some other people. I mean, some people really like lost their jobs pretty much overnight, and some people had to, like, basically start new careers and stuff like that. And I was pretty lucky in that sense, because I was, even without touring, I was still able to sustain a living. But in retrospect, it kind of changed other things for me with my relationship to music, because I started having to do, like, little other projects outside of just kind of like focusing on releasing originals and touring them. Like, I remember starting to do, like, my first sample pack and trying to do some behind the scenes production for other artists and stuff like that. And where am I going with this? For some reason, I was going to start talking about that, but I think maybe part of what I was bringing it up is because I feel like it started shifting my perspective on what my music should be. And I still have a hard time letting go of this notion now that I'm a full-time artist, and that I have been for a while. I still struggle with, like, just letting go of expectations and of it kind of turns into this, it's like this ever-present kind of, like, nagging thought, for me at least. Maybe other self-employed people don't have as much of an issue with this, but it kind of feels like this this thing that's just sitting in the back of your head saying, like, well, are people really gonna enjoy this enough to warrant you putting a bunch of, marketing dollars and merch money and all this and stuff, and, like, touring it? Is the song good enough for that? And it's just a weird question to ask yourself, because you don't really want to, I don't think, and yet you kind of need to at the same time. But hey, I mean, there's plenty worse problems to have in the world, right? I'm just kind of rambling about one of the reasons why I think I'm struggling with kind of finishing tracks in my album. It's just this mindset of, like, okay, what is good enough, right? Like, and how do I find the balance between what I'm looking for and what feels like it's gonna resonate with enough people to, I guess, warrant putting some budget behind it. Because yeah, I mean, it's not like yeah, anyways, enough about that. I am gonna call it here for today, but I really appreciate y'all hanging out, and Esyan and Artner gifting those subs. That was really kind. Make sure you don't make the same mistake as a layman. Yeah, for sure. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, as long as I'm having fun, I can't really complain about music. But yeah, obviously, at the end of the day, I do want results too, and I'm at least my labor isn't completely fruitless, because I do have excuse me, I do have 2 tracks coming out before the year's over, so that'll be a good feeling to get those out. But yeah, anyways. That's going to be it for me for today, and thank you guys so much for hanging out. Two. Oh, actually, the Undertale remix would make it a third. So between the Undertale and 2 other tracks, I got 3 tracks coming out before the year's over. That's cool. Thanks for the reminder. But anyways, yeah. I hope you guys take care. Hope you guys are eating well, exercising, drinking water, and hanging out with your loved ones and doing things that inspire you, and most importantly, you come back to my next stream on Thursday. No, I'm just kidding. But I will be streaming Thursday again if you want to. Will be the first stream of October. So I'll be seeing some of you guys there then, 1 p.m. CDT. See you guys later. Bye.
Do you hear what I hear?